Doom, 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 checking the lights and checking the buttons and doing the things and pushing the things so that we can go to the show. I must go to the Gen X Talk show. I need the ticket to go to the show. We never did have that competition on who could do, was it Bill Cosby's voice better or was it Al Pacino's? Which did Mrs. Ford challenge me? It was a long time ago. Can we just pretend we actually did the competition and I won? Yeah, there you go. All right. Welcome to the Bottom Glass Nation. Yeah, it is Gen X Talks. If you're going to waste an hour of your evening, please let me inform you right now. You have arrived at the perfect place. If you have important things to do and you would like to procrastinate, this is the place you go to procrastinate from all those things you're supposed to be doing. It's December 9th. It's 6 o'clock Los Angeles time, which is where I am. And that just means I'm anywhere on the West Coast. I could be in Oakland for all you know, but it's sounds better to say Los Angeles time, like I am in Hollywood time. Are you really in Hollywood? No. But I am in the Hollywood time zone. Don't forget that. All right. Raising the glass right now. Tits out. Let's kick this pig. Oh, bum, 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 bum. Oh, who do we have? Mrs. Ford Watton swinging that big blue wrench. Now, I know what happened earlier. Now it's all making sense. Two Bear's not in here. Do you guys see Two Bear's name? Is there a Two Bear in the house? No, there's not. And that's why Mrs. Ford Watton called me today and said, listen, I'm going to be on my own. Can I have an extra wrench? And I said, what for? She goes, because I'm going to put one in each hand. So I'm letting you guys know right now. If you fuck around, you're going to find out. Mrs. Ford Watton is not opposed to putting your dumbass in the woodshed. If you are misbehaving in here, you get sent to the woodshed. It's a timeout, and you can come right back. You can see what's going on, but you can't type anything. Well, actually, you can type. We just can't see it. You're in the woodshed. That means you got put in a timeout. All right, so letting you know how the rules go. That's just the rules are is whatever she says goes. She's got two wrenches. We're going to move on. We got other things to talk about tonight. Who else is in here? Danny H. Noel. You know who I saw in here was Sandy. And now Sandy's been around for a bit. And Sandy goes, I made the comment, I can't start the podcast, I can't start the live stream, I can't start the show because I couldn't find my pants. Your little pants are very underrated. You're sitting behind it. Excuse me, Sandy. I read what you wrote. I will have you know this is a some of the time, family-friendly program. Yeah, and if you don't believe me, sometimes there's nudity, sometimes there's sex, which leads to families. You get where I'm going? That could be considered family-friendly programming. Is if you have sex and you have children, you've created a family, that's considered family-friendly programming. Now, I don't know why everybody wants to film the birth. I'd rather film the conception, but that's just me, and maybe I'm thinking about things differently. Okay, so there's some good news. Yeah, there's lots of good news. There's so much stuff to get to. I'm not going to get to it all, but I want to. So let's just cram 6 hours of information, okay, into 1 hour. Now, I'm going to talk like Robin Williams on cocaine, and for those of you who grew up in the 70s and 80s, if you took the Evelyn Wood speed reading course, there was a paragraph in there at the very back of the book that covered listening faster. So if I'm talking fast and you're listening fast, we can get through 6 hours of stuff in 1 hour. That's important. I'll slow it down a little bit for my sister-in-law who lives out there in the desert of Nevada because she is paying very close attention. She sits, seriously, she watches the program sitting on a chair, knees together in a skirt that goes all the way down to her ankles. Her hair is done up, her hands are folded, and she's paying attention just like a good sixth grader in a Catholic school. That's my sister-in-law. Oh, I love her so much. And she pays so much attention that just makes me feel great all over. All right, so we're going to get to some stuff. You remember, I'll talk, you listen. This is a very symbiotic relationship. If you're in the program right now, which if you're watching me, then you are, here's the gig. I lie, you believe it. I know, you don't take me for much of a liar, but I do. I steal everything. I plagiarize everything. I steal from every source material I can, and then I pass it off as my own. I do that very well because I drink. Yes. I know, but it's true. I stick to a severely regimented alcohol schedule, and I suggest you do the same. I'm going to tell you stories. Your job is to believe them. If you don't believe the stories, we're not getting anything done around here, and we might as well just pull the plug on the whole damn thing. All right, we have no kid. Gen Z kid is no longer present in this household. We've got rid of him for about 48 hours. Do you know who I do have? Look right there. I've got Gen X mom. Mama X is it.
Good evening.
We have an empty house. We are empty nesters.
We do. Tonight we do. Can you believe it?
Well, all day, most of today, almost all day, and tonight. I got to say, if this is a glimpse of what it's going to be like when he moves out, I'm all for it. You ran around in nothing but a bra and underwear today most of the day, and I was happy as could be. I'm telling you, was that not very freeing? That was good stuff.
That wasn't on purpose. Not on purpose.
Oh, you're going to tell him what you did in the kitchen?
Yeah, I'll tell him.
I wasn't going to tell him that part. I was just going to go for the sexy fun part, but I stood there. I didn't say a word. I saw you do it, and I didn't say a word.
Did you notice I didn't scream? I just kind of sat there like...
You sat there.
Unbelievable.
Then you looked up at me because go ahead, tell them what you did. You made a mess.
Okay, so we decided we had lunch together in the kitchen.
Not a good lunch, though. Did not sit well with me today.
No, we didn't. We had Mexican food.
Wow.
And I didn't cook. It wasn't my cooking.
No. This was a surprise. I'm going to buy you lunch because you're working so hard today. And the surprise was we both went to our rooms and sat near the bathroom for 2 hours. It wasn't good, but we were stomach, man. But I'm here now.
But before that happened, we were sitting having lunch and everything, and I don't know how it happened or whatever. I knocked over my glass full of whatever I had in it.
You had like a Mountain Dew in there, full of two Mountain
which
Dews,
is a no-no in my book anyways.
full of
but
ice.
I was like, I kind of wanted a Mountain Dew. I was kind of crashing, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna have it. I shouldn't have it, but I'm gonna have it. And I knocked it over all the front of me.
All over you, all over the chair, all over the floor.
It was a full glass. I think I had like one sip, and I just stood there like this.
I was at the counter looking across. I wanted to say something, but she was not too upset. So if I as long as I stayed quiet, she probably wasn't going to be mad at me. But it was getting close.
Oh my goodness! It was dripping off of me. The funny thing was
the dogs liked it.
Oh yeah, but the funny thing was that he was up at the counter, and all of a sudden there was a puddle on the floor, right? So I just took off my shirt. I took off my sweats. I dropped it.
I reached for my dollar bills. I knew where this was going.
I dropped it onto the pile on the floor, the wet. What else? It was already ruined.
You're trying to sop it up. That's some good old Gen X thinking.
So now I'm walking around the house in my underwear and bra, which did not get wet. And I'm just like, this is just great. This is great.
Was a thong underwear, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
Now tell them what you did.
Which part?
After that. After you strutted around in your thong and decided you didn't want to wear the thong anymore.
Oh, yeah. So I took a pair. I had clean clothes because I was doing laundry. So I took out the laundry basket, go into the bathroom. Everybody's done this. Instead of going down with your underwear, you kind of like flick it with your feet.
You take your foot and flip it up to your hand. Yeah.
I flipped my underwear up and it went into the toilet. Like, who does that?
She was batting 1,000 today. Now, I got to tell you, this is one of the greatest moments I've had in a long time because I was an innocent bystander absorbing all. When you first took off your shirt, the first thing you said to me?
Don't take your camera out.
And I had to set my phone down and go, I would never do that again.
At that moment, I just wanted to go back to bed and start over because it just was not a good day.
Gotta take another drink to Mountain Dew's thong underwears and flicking your underwear in the toilet. All in 1 5-minute day. And you know what?
I wasn't even drunk.
No, you weren't.
That's like what I did at my 20s.
Yeah, you did this totally sober, completely straight up. So, and I did not take pictures, but the security cameras were going. So you forgot about those.
No, I know those exist. I know. But it was just, oh man, what a day. And then we finished lunch. And then both of us had a stomach ache.
Yeah, it didn't feel good. I mean, it wasn't a big deal. It just makes you double up with a cramp, and a few hours later we were good. But my God, what a mess. What a mess.
So, yeah, it's been great, but it's really nice to be here with all of you.
We have a top story to talk about. It's kind of important.
We haven't stopped. The top story is that Gen Z Kid is not here.
Yeah, I know. I fully expected once Low Torque found out that you were kind of alone, that he'd show up with a bottle of wine and a guitar and going, I wrote you something. I wrote you a song.
He left me another leave behind. Did you notice that? You didn't know about that, did you?
He left a leave behind? He did that 6 months ago with a guitar pick or something.
He did it again.
With what?
Another guitar pick.
How do you know it? Well, yeah, it's got to be his. It couldn't be anybody else.
No, who else could it be? But he left it on the table.
Don't tell me it was your nightstand.
No, on the table. And I walked by it a couple times and went, what is that? But it was a guitar pick with a lion or an animal, a lion head or something on top of
and
it.
He just puts it, just leaves that.
Yeah.
He took that out of his pocket and set it down. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot my pick. I'll have to come back and get it
I called him
sometime.
out on it.
Oh, did you?
Oh, yeah, I did. I said, so you left me another leave behind, huh? And he went, maybe. So he's around.
Well, I figured he'd show up, being that the ranks were thinning. He'd come over with his guitar and play some goofy thing he wrote you again. All right, so I told you there's the number one most important story that came across my newsfeed today.
Yes.
Actually has not just a story, but it has something I need to talk to you about. Get your opinion on it.
What the hell?
Well, now you got to play along here. Come on. Doom, 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 doom.
I have to play along? No, I don't have to play along.
You do. You're sitting there.
No, I really don't.
All right. So this is Suzanne Gibson. She was a Democrat candidate, I believe, in the state of Virginia. And it says the thing right here is called Overexposed. Democrat featured in streamed sex acts online. And she says she's the victim. Okay. Now she's
featured.
Yeah, she.
That sounds like it's consensual.
Okay, now see, there's the word. There's the right. Now let's go. Okay, so let's go back to this. This woman was going to run for, I think it was just state legislature. She was a candidate, and her and her husband decided to have consensual sex. No big deal.
Well, I would hope so. They're husband and wife.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Now,
okay.
If you have consensual sex, and the other person videotapes you and they want to sell the tape because they're in it, they're in the tape, they're just saying, well, I'm selling my sex, I'm selling my sexual tape. Can they do that if you're also in it?
But you have to agree to it, don't you?
So you have to fill out forms and everything ahead of time?
Well, it's
I'm
not
just asking.
It's not just that guy going out into the world on the internet. That other person is getting...
That's what I'm saying. Do you have the right, if you engage willingly in sex and the other person wants to sell their part of it and you're in it, then
you better block her face out.
Okay.
That's how I feel. I mean,
All
it should be as the same as consensual sex. It should be consensual to a sex video being public.
Okay, so let's go to study point number 2. They didn't just make a sex tape. They streamed it live.
Oh, well,
now
then did she know about that?
Oh, yeah, she knew. She streamed it live. Now, she streamed it live. They charged people to watch it.
Okay.
And then...
Those dirty whores.
And then the footage, which there's a lot of it.
Why, you watched it?
I had to do some research for the show.
I bet you did.
I had to do research. I had to know what I was talking about here. I can't just take a topic and not do the homework.
Yeah, her already consenting to doing it live, it's already there. I mean, what's to stop people from videotaping that?
That's what they did. They screen recorded it. Now it's everywhere.
Then that's her
And she
problem.
stands up because now they're like, well, you were a prominent candidate for the Democratic Party and, you did this sex thing and you charged for it, but now it's all over the internet and we're not real happy about that. So she goes out there and says she's the victim.
Oh, yeah, I bet you she's a real big victim when if she wins the case or whatever, she's got to return all her money to everybody that bought it.
She said, well, it's out there now. Like,
I know, but if she
today, I didn't pay for it.
Will she refund the money?
No.
Of course she won't.
No, and I don't think she made that much. But the idea is she's claiming that she's the victim.
Lie. She's so full of shit. She just got caught.
She's a victim because I said these 211 men could watch me naked having sex, but these 1,000 could not. But I think if they paid, she'd be okay with those 1,000.
Of course she would.
Well, I'm just saying that was the deal with her, and she looks really good in that picture. Not so much on the tape. Did
it matter on the tape what she looked like?
No, not really. Not at all. I didn't care. I'm just telling you.
Exactly. No man does.
For research purposes, I'm ambiguous. I don't care one way or the other. I'm indifferent to the entire setup. Yeah, just doing homework. As any good journalist,
you just need a place. That's
okay,
it.
Now you're grouping me with all men. I don't think that's a fair thing to do.
Yes, I'm grouping
moving
you.
on before I get in trouble here because all I'm doing is what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay, that's it. All right.
Okay.
So here's one for you. I love this.
You're a broadcast professional.
I am a trained broadcast professional.
Okay.
So we talk about AI, and I always tell you what my fears are is taking over the world. And well, AI is going to do good here, AI is going to do good there, and all the good things that AI can do. And of course, we know there's hundreds of thousands of things that it could do very well. My problem is when it becomes self-aware and Skynet takes over the planet and starts building more robots, that's when I worry. Now, this article is real simple. Europe seals world's first set of rules regulating artificial intelligence in a landmark deal. All right. Let me make it simple. I'm not going to spend all day reading the 3,000 pages that were written over there and how everybody shook hands in different languages at the UN. I'm going to make it real simple. This particular law these rules primarily covered transparency. If the Germans are developing AI, the French can see what they're doing. The Saudis can see what the French are doing. The English can see what the Saudis are doing. And everybody keeps up on so no artificial intelligence all of a sudden jumps out the gate smarter than all the other ones, gets out in front and wipes them all out. You have to go along with these. So they put these rules in place. Everybody signed these rules. Again, maybe I'm thinking about this wrong. Maybe I'm thinking of this from a Generation X point of view. Did the AI sign the agreement? When the AI gets smart enough to know that it can take things over, are you going to wave a piece of paper in its face and go, you signed an agreement, buddy. Don't you remember back there in 2023? We were all sitting there. We're over there in Amsterdam signing the stuff and smoking some hashish, and we all agreed to behave, transparency. We know what's going on. Hello, Mr. AI. What's going on? You think the AI is going to abide by these? I don't understand. You guys, well, no, but these are people. The scientists are going to, all the scientists are going to get together, and the scientists have all agreed. What about when the AI doesn't give a shit about what the scientists agree on? Well, then we're going to have to, I think that we're fucked. We're fucked at that point. I think was really what I'm trying to say here. You see where I'm going with that? Maybe I'm looking at things wrong. Not to worry. I'm sure someone smarter than me has it all figured out. Oh, yeah. Another big story. She's gone. Bum, bum, bum. President UPenn resignation. Doom. 1 down, 2 to go. Harvard and MIT are next. I think the chick running Harvard's out too. I think she's getting leaned on super heavy. And once this one quit, I think they're going to, and then MIT's going to, I think those are the big three that are going to go down because they have no balls for standing up for what's right. And I think they crucified behind doors. Because she said, I'm not quitting. You know what the problem was? You guys, did you hear her speech where she wouldn't condemn the genocide of Jews? We all heard that. Then did you hear her speech where she goes home and gets in her closet and turns on the light with her microphone and her kid? Yeah, I'm sorry. And I'm sorry. Whoa, back up. She didn't say, I'm sorry. That's where I was going with this. She sat there and said, I didn't say it right. I didn't mean it. The words, the verbiage, I do condemn, blah, blah. She never said the words, I'm sorry, for my testimony. She never said, I'm sorry. I don't know why I used that. Probably because that's what you should do. It's what I would do. It's what you would do. She didn't. She has a big apology video without the apology. I don't know if anybody paid attention to that. Did anybody ever know? Was there any? Maybe it was just me. I'm sure there's other people that had to have seen that. Did you get a news agency showing her tape? Did a reporter say, well, she didn't apologize? Or was that just good enough? I'm telling you, the pendulum has been swinging. It is fracturing everything. This is a big, I doubt that the liberal institutions will live through this. They did a survey today or the other day and said that 98% of professors at these big schools are liberal or liberal-leaning. 2% are conservative or conservative-leaning. Now, according to all the bullshit that the Ivy League schools have been feeding us for years, shouldn't we demand some diversity? Shouldn't we demand that even though there's great college professors that want jobs, shouldn't we take the conservative professors just to even think, oh, you guys preach diversity, you guys preach inclusion, but you don't look like you're balancing the sheets. Oh, you've got black and white, and you've got Asian, and you've got gay and lesbian. You balance all those things out. Oh, diversity, diversity, diversity. But this is a pretty big thing right here. As you guys are learning, your universities are fucked up, and you're getting shattered to the core. Perhaps you should consider diversity. You won't. You won't, because you're a bunch of assholes. But just keep in mind, you did this to yourselves. Having 98% liberal agenda as your professors for the past 5 decades brought you to this moment. The good news is, for all of us out there, the good news is that because there's only 2% conservative professors at all these schools, there is no fucking way you can blame us for the mess you're in. You can't. You can't. You've run the ship. You've run the faculty. You've had the professors. You've done it all your way. Go ahead and try to blame the 2% that were trying to set you right. That's you reap what you sow. And if you don't know what that means you're under the age of 40, and I'm not going to explain it to you. You can leave the live stream right now, because the rest of us understand what reap and sow means. We understand about the grasshopper who didn't save up for the rainy day with the ants. We all know the story. You don't know the story, go look it up. When you come back, please come in quietly and sit at the little kid table. That's the card table in the corner with the mismatched chairs. And if you don't know what that means, you can leave again and go look it up. I don't have time to explain it to you. All right. Sorry, I'm on a roll here. So can we talk about Las Vegas? Las Vegas. We'll switch back over here to my lovely bride.
Oh, man, I'm solving problems right now.
Okay, then I'll go back to what I was doing. And she's out. So January 27th, the mods can put up the tickets for sales on on Facebook and on Rumble. Josh over on Rumble, and some people on YouTube put up the link for buying the tickets to go to this event. If it fills up, which it's getting close, if it fills up, put your name on the waiting list. I'll add more tickets. I'll get more room at the event. I'll get at the venue. I'll get more room. But if you don't put your name on, they'll assume that no one's going. Don't just get to the end and go, shit, I missed out. No. Put your name on it. We'll figure it out. We're not going to be giving away a lot of prizes between now and then, because we're giving away some cool stuff live in Las Vegas. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. So I had a whole spiel set up for my wife, but she's solving problems and I can't help her. I'll just move on, pretend she's not even here. But if she starts down that road of going down to the bra and the thong again, you're going to see a dark screen and a lot of noise real quick. Bum, bum, bum. So I want to talk a little bit about the podcast.
Okay, I am done. I've been helping staff. Sorry.
Okay. So we have had audio problems on our podcast over the past, 3 or 4 weeks.
Yes.
Which is really weird. And I'm going to go through a story on this real quick. We were getting better and better and better at our audio.
We were.
Then all of a sudden we start hearing echoes for no reason. It gets worse every couple of weeks, every couple of episodes.
Yeah.
And then this one, we just blundered the equipment badly.
I don't know what happened. I just walk in and sit down.
Well, I'll tell you that it's me. I actually got out the instructions and read how to use some of the equipment, like the mixing board. And the truth be known, that the last podcast we recorded was one of the funniest ones. My side hurt after we were done. We laughed so hard. We laughed the whole way through. I just couldn't. They were great. It was great. We had so much more to say, and we ran out of time. And the podcast was ruined because of the recording, because of the input. Yeah. And I was panicked over it. The kid tried to fix it. I tried to fix it. We couldn't fix it. We stayed up till 4 a.m. Two Bear on staff here. You guys know Two Bear. He comes sliding in. He goes, "Hey, my son can take care of this." I'm like, all right, let him have a shot. With a few questions and answers and back and forth.
The jar is missing.
Well,
people are asking.
God damn hippies.
They look forward to that jar.
I know. I thought it was up there. It was on the other one, the jar. Let's see if the jar comes back right now. All right, should be it. So we turned this over to Aiden Stone. Now, he's a cool cat, but I have no idea what his abilities are. Now, I was good with it because you got a cool name. When you start off the with Aiden Stone, you know you're with a cat who can possibly solve your issues. That's almost a superhero name, but it wasn't. It was just a regular guy doing a regular job with a regular thing. But he took a podcast, he took a soundtrack, 3 tracks that were almost unlistenable, and he tweaked all of them and dialed them in and sent them back to me. He absolutely sprinkled magic on it. That the Aiden Stone has a jar of magic, and he dumps it all over your audio tracks, and what comes out is the best it can be. Now, it's not great. It's not perfect, but it's so damn close. It's listenable, and now the content comes through. I actually had someone on staff. You know what Mrs. Ford told me today?
What?
I sent it out to everybody on staff, and I said, before I post this, everybody listen and tell me what you think. And yes, you're listening a little bit for the audio. She comes back, she goes, well, I can't do her Southern accent at all. She goes, well, General, I just can't tell you. I just got so caught up in the content. I thought it was so funny. I just skipped right over how it sounded. I don't know. You probably asked the wrong person for that, which that's what I wanted to hear.
Yes, I think sometimes you're too critical on the sound. I know it's been messed up.
Yeah.
But every time we do the podcast, you're like, oh, I don't know.
Well, this
I don't
one
know.
was really bad by everyone's standards. So just so you know, there's no better answer than to have someone say, your podcast was so great, I didn't even notice how fucked up the audio was.
Exactly.
That was great. 'Cause it really was. It was one of our best ones. I was so upset that one was a tough one. I mean, that's just one that's gonna resonate with people. It is so hilarious. So anyway, it's up. If you guys want to put the links up, you can save them. But there's just Google Gen X Talks podcast. It comes up everywhere.
I want to clarify something about. I kind of heard you. I was busy doing something for staff, but about Vegas.
Yes.
Gen X Talks family is going to be in Vegas from all day Friday, all day Saturday, all day Sunday. The only thing we're charging for is the special meet and greet night on Saturday night.
Right.
We'll be walking around that hotel. We will be out doing stuff. Because some people said, oh my gosh, there's money for Vegas. That's what was happening in the chat.
Money for Vegas.
Money for Vegas. Money for Vegas is the special meet and greet, 3 hours of fun, games, bowling, food. The cost of the ticket is covering the food and the bowling.
Well,
technically.
we're doing something. We haven't figured out the drink food thing yet, but we're getting that all set. But it's the whole. She's right. The whole package is going to be there. Now, I just had someone contact me through the website today, which comes up on my phone as kind of a weird chat, but I answer it, and they said, "Look, we're going to be there for the whole weekend. Are there other things going on with Gen X Talk? Yes, they're all unofficial. And here's how it happens. Every year, as we arrive, people start talking. They'll get like 10 people. Hey, we're going to go karting at 2 o'clock on Saturday.
Yes.
And then so we spread it around to everybody. We get a little split to 2 o'clock. And everybody can arrive at the casino and go. They all take cars and go together. You can arrive at the location. One is some weird thing. I'm going to mess it up. What was it called? Trippy knows. It was the Omni Lounge or some weird store that had
a Mega Mart.
Oh,
I would like to go to a Mega Mart this time.
I want to go, but my fat ass can't fit through some of those things. You're gonna get stuck.
I think it's a lot of walking, I heard.
I'll do it. I don't care.
Okay, so I want to go too. So that's what'll happen. We'll announce like, hey, the Gen X Talks family is going to a Mega Mart at a certain time.
Yeah.
We'll just all kind of caravan or end up over there. So it's really a lot of fun. The only night that is a personal meet and greet is Saturday night, but we're going to be in and out of the hotel, mostly
And
at the
doing
hotel
stuff.
there.
Yeah.
We usually sit. It's really fun. You can ask people that have been there for the last 2 years. We've found a bar.
Yeah.
And we just sat and we talked with everybody.
And then we all
even
said,
talked
hey,
in the lobby, remember?
Yeah, we sat in that big lobby.
We were in the
area,
lobby.
And there was 40 or 50 of us. Then we all said, let's go eat. We all went over to Lucille's and got a bunch of tables. And we mix up where we're sitting with people the whole time we're doing
Yeah.
stuff.
Just the Tiff said last year, I went, you did not, went to the Las Vegas Neon Museum last time.
Yeah.
The kid and I and about 8 other people went to the Neon Museum and we enjoyed. It was great.
You know what? I remember something happened to me.
You just were burnt. You were tired.
I remember Two Bear got me back to the hotel room.
Yes.
He made sure Two Bear was there the whole time to make sure nobody fucked with me. Nobody came up and stabbed me with a knife and said, fuck conservatism, fuck capitalism or something, because that's what he's always worried someone's going to do. And he's had a couple calls where people were rushing at me, and he's like, he pushed that one time, he pushed all those tables and chairs in front of me. He's like, well, jump over that. Let's see how far you get.
The other thing we did last year was went to the pinball museum. That was so much fun.
Yeah, that was great.
We just said we were going to go, and
we showed up. A bunch of people went. We walked around. There was old style pinball machines from the 40s, the 50s, all the way up. There was a couple missing that I wanted to play, but I got to play the Big Lebowski. There was a pinball machine for the Big Lebowski, man. That was.
I don't know if you'd want to go back.
I don't know if I go. But there's so much other stuff to do in Las Vegas.
I know. And the pinball museum's free unless you play the game. So we were walking around checking pinball machines out, and then I was playing with our grandson because he came. But it was really, really fun. So we tried to do some things. I scheduled stuff last year, like said we were going to be at places. But I don't know.
Not this year.
I don't think we're going to do that.
Let's just join what everybody wants to do. Hey, if you're in Vegas, the Pinball Museum, there is an old style video. It's an old style, not a video game. It's an old style game from, I think, the late 60s, and it's a safe. And you have to crack the safe with VU meters and stuff that's built in. And it's not super easy to do. And if you get into it, you sign a piece of paper that the date and time and who got in. And just so you guys know, one of our Gen X Talks business cards placed there by the kid, Gen Z kid, he cracked
it. Yeah.
He cracked it in 2 tries, and he put our card in there. So if you go to that museum and you can do it, it's not easy, where you'll see our stuff in there.
Yeah. So one more thing, and then we'll move on. So Gen Z Kid also took off with Trippy and Sammy Joe, and I can't remember. There was a bunch of other people. Loud One, Josh Maddox.
Oh, they went skydiving.
They went indoor skydiving, and they went to go-kart. So and that was just on the spot, random, the night before.
Everyone, there's a way to connect, and if not, we'll put something up on our website. We'll make another web page that just you guys can access from anywhere. Maybe we'll just say, here's where people are going, and here's their phone numbers if they want to give them out. And that way you guys can all stay connected. You don't have to wonder what everybody's doing. We'll find a way to centralize that, but it's going to be a whole lot of fun. There's so many stories that came from last year, and there'll be more this year. This year's going to be, every year we learn how to make it more fun, and this year's going to be no exception.
Yeah, so maybe we'll be able to set up a chat or a thing where we can just announce it. That? Yes.
Well, you know what? Discord. We should have a Discord room.
Trippy just said Discord would be a good place for that. Yes.
Everybody should go join Discords, and I'll have Trippy make a Vegas thread, a Vegas chat room where people can start putting out ideas and stuff. Trippy, that's a great idea.
Yes, and then you could check it in the morning, and whoever wants to be, lead on that and said we're leaving the lobby at such a time. It is so much fun. A lot of it just winging it is great.
All right, drinking to Las Vegas and to the Discord thread.
I hope most of you can make it, because I'd really love to meet a lot of you. I really would. That would be great.
I got to say something.
Just one thing?
Yeah, just one thing.
You don't want... Okay, just one thing. That's
names of some people that have bought tickets.
So do I.
Can you just let me finish my fucking sentence, woman? God damn, right in the middle of an emotional moment here.
Do you know we haven't done the sheets at all?
At this, I'm so angry right now.
No, you're not.
It reminds me of one of the greatest philosophers of the 20th century.
Here we go.
You see this? You see what I'm doing here? Look, when I do this, that's off camera me and shut the fuck up. God damn it. Now I'm really frustrated.
Here we go.
Now, and she's just not going to let me talk.
All right.
I'm reminded of one of the greatest philosophers of the 20th century. In the midst of my frustration, at a similar time, in a similar place, under similar circumstances, Iceman from Bodfish looked across at me in a bar one night and said the immortal words, chicks, man. Chicks.
You know what, though?
And that's you. Right now, that's what I'm chicks, man.
You know what?
Yeah, what?
Iceman loves me.
He's still
so much.
Look at just when I'm my man people, when I go, yo, my man. That's the female version when he goes, chicks, man. He's trying to tell you.
He's never said that to me.
He's trying to say, calm your tits.
He's never said that to me, ever.
How many people have told you to calm your tits before? I lost track.
Oh my gosh.
You got to calm down. All
Well,
right.
can I talk about something now?
What? You've been talking the whole time.
Well, I want to talk about,
This is the Mama X show. I'm just her sidekick. Go ahead.
so last Sunday, we taped and not broadcasted. We did the first part of my cancer story
Yeah.
on last Sunday.
And we've talked about this.
Well, can I just talk? You know what?
You're going to shush me?
Men.
You're going to shush me in front of all my friends here?
Men.
Oh, you're making me look bad in front of my people. I don't like this.
I want to tell you, that was one of the hardest 2 hours ever. And I cannot wait to share it with you guys. I really can't.
And it's not even only part one.
Yes. I can't even begin to tell you how much emotion and everything came through on that. And sharing my story is something I've been wanting to do for a really long time. So it's all coming out. It's just going to be in parts. I'm really sorry that we're going to have to do in parts because it's
too big.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's really a lot. And I wasn't feeling well last weekend. So on top of that, it was
I can tell
really
you
difficult.
how long, if you guys want to gauge how long it took her, if you're not going to use time, if 2 hours doesn't do it for you, if you're not really getting the depth, one full box of Kleenex was used. So however long it takes a woman to go through a complete box of Kleenex, that lets you know the depth and the sophistication and the emotion of the event.
all right. So let's move on to sheets. May I?
Okay, is this going to take us all the way up to 7:30 and then we're hanging out?
Probably because you've been talking for the last 35 minutes.
I'm interesting. Just ask me. I'll tell you. I am.
I don't want to ask you.
Well, then just take my word for it. Go on.
Oh my gosh. Then I'm going to skip over every handsome message that was put on here then.
Those. I want to hear those.
Fine. Whatever. We're missing. Oh,
Go.
there's one for him.
Just
There's
go.
another one for him. Okay. Jennifer Whitehead. Hello, handsome general, beautiful Gen X mom, and bottom of the glass family. Mary Mathis is in the house. Hi, beautiful Gen X mom. Hello, Mary Mathis. So glad you're here. Today is Chris Banks' birthday today. So
Who?
say happy birthday. Chris Banks. Everyone.
Hey, Chris Banks, happy birthday, my man.
Take a moment and say happy birthday. We all have that special day. And then, you know what? Don't forget to thank your mom, Sandy,
Thank my mom.
for your birthday. Chris needs to go thank his mom.
Oh, Chris, I thought you wanted me to thank my mom.
No, I told Chris, go thank your mom.
Okay, sorry.
All right, Sandy. Who needs pants? You're sitting behind a desk.
I talked about this already. I caught you on that live, Sandy.
Okay, Scott Royston, I just want to dance to this intro music, honestly. Well, I'm glad you like it. It's pretty good.
Yes, it is.
Also, the podcast music is my favorite.
Yeah, well, you have a soft spot for Highway Down.
I do. I love them
Which
so much.
two of the band members will be in studio next month.
I know. I can't wait.
Yeah.
It'll be great. Jeffrey Montgomery, I like the new images in this intro, too. Very nice.
That's all Ashley, 100% our girl Ash.
Thank Ashley.
Wait, sorry. We're calling her Red Berry now.
Oh, Red Berry.
Red Berry.
Red Berry.
Red Berry, like Red Baron. Ooh, I got shivers.
All right. Michael Dawson, 1967, is still on the banana sauce wagon.
Oh, my God. I got to erase that.
Sweet says, hello, handsome.
That's 3. Need one more.
Sandy, good evening, most handsome general.
There's the 4th one. I'm in.
Scott Royston, hey, handsome general.
That's 5.
All right. Let's see. Insurmountable Cali Cat. Good evening, handsome. Those rosy cheeks are looking great tonight. Missed you yesterday.
Hey, I got a question. I was looking through Discord, and I think Disney Kid quit Discord.
Well, he's in here right now. Talk to him. Have a chat.
Disney Kid, what the fuck, man?
Wow.
I went to one of our personal chats I think it was between you and I. It looked like it was between you and I. I mean, I think because there's no name anymore, I just have to go by context. And unless somebody else was sending me boob pictures of Cali Cat, I mean, it's possible that other men have those pictures and are sending them to me. But I'm kind of thinking that was you. But did you pull your contract? Are you done? Do you hate us? Do you not love me anymore? I mean,
did he breach his contract?
I don't. Yeah, he might have.
We'll have to look that up.
Well, I'm going to talk to Bob and see if we can get his Disney pass pulled. I'll call Iger up in the morning and go, hey, this guy's being
We
kind
know
of a dick.
people.
We know people.
Hey, Mrs. Ford sent $50 on PayPal saying, for the Fat Man Fund.
There we go.
Losing can be fun.
She knows she's tipping my hand. She knows where she's going. She's like, all right, this is Mrs.
That's a hint.
Watten's way of saying, all right, let's move along and get to the thing we want to talk. Come on now, let's go.
Well, before you go there, ABC, Ashley Beth Crawford.
Yeah, Miss ABC.
She has something to talk to you about because she's had a rough day today, maybe a couple days. Parenting,
Yeah, that
kind of sucks sometimes.
No shit.
So she has a question for you.
All right, I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
What do you do when your 28-year-old F kid, that's how she wrote it, is using you and your husband, and you still have a 13-year-old son at home that you are raising and homeschooling?
This is easy. This is not easy because I'm smart. Easy because I fucked up so many times that I can make this easy for you.
And we were in that same situation with our youngest.
You're not sure what to do. Kick this 27-year-old. As you say, he was 27?
27, yeah.
Kick him out, pressure him, get him off the pot, get him to do his shit, whatever. I'm going to make it really easy for you. I'm going to say something that's going to sting a little bit. But I learned it the hard way, so I'm going to try to teach it to you now. Your 13-year-old is watching what you're doing with the 27-year-old. You are teaching your 13-year-old that behavior is okay. Arguing with your parents is okay. Not getting your shit together is okay. So you're going to have it even worse because the 13-year-olds you want to make a change with a 27-year-old? I'll give you the answer. That was the bad part. Here's the good part. You simply walk up to them in front of the 13-year-old and you say, listen, we're not supporting you anymore. You're not getting your shit together. You're 27. You need to get out. And here's why. I'm not going to have you influencing this 13-year-old. I have another child I'm trying to raise. I have another child that needs my money. I have another child that needs my attention. I have another child that needs my parenting. And I'm wasting it on you. And you're setting a bad example, and so am I by letting you continue. So, in the interest of protecting this child, of saving this child, I'm giving you the boot. And I don't feel bad about it at all because it's no longer about you. It's about this child over here. And if you don't like that, get your shit together or get out. Those are your two options. But this deal of you showing him, this child, how bad it can be and making it out that it's okay, showing him how not to behave, and then teaching him it's okay and getting us to go along with it, yeah, those days are over. We're done. As of right now, you're on notice. He's what matters. You're a grown-ass man. Get the fuck on. And it's really easy to do it when you put it in the context of, this isn't about you. This is about this child that I'm still raising, and I'm going to do it right. And I'm going to show them what happens when you fuck up so they don't fuck up. You're welcome, America and Denmark.
Raise a glass.
I gave you that one for free.
All righty. May I go back to the sheets?
Mm-hmm.
Jason Miller. Good evening, handsome general. Beautiful Gen X mom and bottom of the glass nation.
That's 6. Just saying.
My wife and I are very happy to be joining all of you again. I'm thirsty.
That's how he ended it. It's this, it's that, I'm thirsty. Okay.
And Bo Knows put the Pledge of Allegiance. So would you like to say it real quick for everybody?
I don't have it in front of me.
Everybody. You don't know it?
No, I'm just saying I don't have it. And I would do it, but I'm not doing it in the middle of the show. That's a beginning of the show thing for me.
All right. Well,
but of course I know it. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I do know the pledge. I'm just saying to do that correctly, I'd have to stand, take my hat off, adjust the camera. You guys would be staring right at my... If I stood right here, you guys would be staring at my Johnson.
Because he has no pants.
Not the exact thing you'd want to have at attention during a live stream.
You never know. Could bring in big bucks.
Yeah, or get us banned.
Dragon Slayer Jade. So, did the kid move out or just gone for a bit? You didn't clarify that for tonight.
He's gone for 2 days. His girlfriend's dad took all of them to the coast. There's a big family reunion over in Santa Maria, and he is participating. Yes. So he got a haircut, and he shaved, and he washed all of his clothes, and he showered twice.
Why am I only on screen?
Because you're prettier than I am.
But you're talking.
How about now? You better?
He needs me so much.
I get lost sometimes in your beauty. I have an announcement to make. I'm not giving out any prizes tonight, but I might consider giving a prize if anybody can figure out who the $2 whore is. And the $2 whore is something very specific that many of you know in Gen X Talks and Bottom of the Glass Nation. I'm not giving any clues right now.
Yes, you are. Shut up.
Did you just tell me to shut up in front of my friends?
I did.
Did you just...
I'm not going to tell you any clues or anything, but, in Gen X Talks folklore, we know all this stuff.
Okay, how come I sound dumb when you're impersonating
Because you
me?
are dumb.
Oh, my God. Okay.
All right, James Coat on Facebook. Mama wears the pants, General. Careful. Amen, brother. Mrs. For Watton gifted 5 Gen X Talks memberships to Phoenix Comment Star, Coyote Adventure, Robert
Adventure.
London, Julie O'Malley, and Brian Shell. They all got memberships tonight. Trippy Pineapple member for 21 months. What's 9 plus 10? 21 months. Hydrate.
What? 9 plus 10. I don't have anything to hydrate. This is empty. And again, I'm going to look like a fat kid drinking out of a straw at the zoo.
Oh, dot connector. Well, this is a start. Hopefully, like you say, the pendulum is swinging back. A new kind of revolution is coming.
Absolutely. It's on its way and you can't stop it. It's too big right now. It's fracturing everything in its path.
I'm liking what I'm seeing.
All right. So.
Whoa. I'm not done. You spoke.
God.
You just sit there and look pretty. Okay. Christina Dvorak gifted 5 Gen X Talks memberships to Chris Banks, Janet Dudding, Justin Time, Elizabeth Rojas, and Amanda Libby. They all got memberships.
Can I talk now?
Noel, $1.99, big old hoe fund. Wyatt Keen on Facebook, 210 stars. Slim Pickens over on Rumble. Rumble is showing up. The Big Lebowski pinball machine is 18 grand. Is what he's saying.
Yeah,
so you're not getting that.
No, I'm going to have to run out the door with that.
You're not getting it.
I'm going to have to run out the door.
Doug Metzger on Facebook. If Rogan doesn't want you on his podcast, you should have him on your podcast. I would love to, but...
He's probably 50 grand an hour.
What?
Yeah. That's
Lord have mercy.
All those big people that are guests on there, they get paid to be on the show.
Uh-huh.
Like even a jabroni like me, if Rogan said, hey, we're going to fly you out to be on the podcast, they'd pay for the airfare, they'd pay for the hotel, all the meals. A guy like me would probably get like 10 grand for being on his show. It's all his tax write-off stuff. But real guests, they're 30 to 80 grand for... couldn't even imagine what it cost him to have Elon Musk and Neil deGrasse Tyson on there.
Wow. Well, okay. Well, Stacy Cape gifted memberships tonight. We have Slayman 420, the new guy, Chris Garepi, I guess, and Rusty Stratton and Mark Peterson all got memberships. Gen X Dad, the General. What do these people get for getting new memberships?
It's funny you should ask because they get a look behind the curtain. They can go to the YouTube community section now that their name is green, the trap is clean, and they can see 3 years of behind the scenes footage no one has ever seen before. Unless you have a green membership, you're probably sick of seeing it. But for you that just got a membership, just turned green, you are just now going to have the opportunity to go see those things. It's also true on Facebook. If you go to the General's Lunchbox, that's a Facebook page. Just type in the General's Lunchbox. It's $1. It's a membership thing, but there's the same 3 years of behind the scenes garbage. It's all there. It's just a big pile of stuff. You got to sift through it, but it's okay.
Our girl Sweets, I believe, might have got the $2 whore.
That is an impossible. I set that up as an impossible $2 whore. What'd you say?
Our people are good.
But this isn't even a real person.
She gave $2.79 and said Rebecca Rabbit is the $2 whore.
No.
Okay, you're not going with that one.
Her name was Jessica Rabbit, not Rebecca Rabbit.
Oh yeah.
If it was Rabbit, but it's not. But they're sisters.
Okay.
Or they're cousins. That's how close it is.
All right.
But no one's gonna get it. It is
only RJG maybe.
Only RJG. Yeah, RJG is gonna go. That's fucking mine, man.
Joey Uquerde. Actually, 24 months ago, I wandered into this on TikTok and joined a very unique group of people. I'm honored to be a member of the bottom of the Legion of X and all of the Gen X Talks family. Thanks, Joey. That was very...
Joey, been around. We've been kicking that guy around for over 2 years.
Yes. Becca Rowland, $9.99. Hello, handsome General. Just had carpal tunnel and cubital surgery.
That's
tunnel surgery.
7 handsomes, by the way.
Yesterday, gnarly scar on my elbow, kind of painful. Can't do a lot with right arm for 2 weeks, but she can watch Bottom of the Glass Nation.
You can turn on your computer. You're good to go, baby. Let's go.
And the Disney Kid, $5. General, My old account got hacked, if you remember, so I had to create a new one. You were trying to help save my status. I'm Gen X forever.
All right,
wow.
So now I got to go download all the pictures of his wife, save them, delete them on my end, because whoever hacked the account got all your pictures. Sorry to say.
And James Code on Facebook said, I hate to say this, alcohol will fuck up your diet. Cheers, brother. He knows.
Well, I'm not giving up everything. I'm not going cold turkey on everything. There's a few things that I'm not supposed to have. I mean, if my wife walks in a whipped cream bikini, guess who's having whipped cream that night? I don't even care. It's not on the menu. I'm getting it. So,
all right. James corrected me. Is it Cody? I guess it's pronounced Cody. Accent on the E, he says.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Never mind.
Context?
It was just between him and I. Don't worry about it.
What are you bothering the whole shit? We got people here where you're ebbing and flowing, man.
Phoenix Comment Star says Jessica Rabbit for the $2 whore.
No, it's her sister or her cousin. It's not Jessica Rabbit. All right, I'm done listening to you talk. I don't care what you got to say. I'm going back to my stuff.
Well, then go do it.
Important things, strange things were afoot at the Circle K. Bum, 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 bum. Las Vegas. So we talked about the podcast and we talked about Aiden Stone doing his job. We talked about him. I got to say, as soon as we had Aiden handling the stuff and we're thinking about, look, we need to get this guy on staff. We need to give him a couple bucks for doing his job. Other contenders came to the forefront. This was one of them. Award-winning podcast production agency Quill Podcasting offers podcast production that helps brand. And I got to say, Aiden's probably better at his job than she is at her job, but I don't know. I'm thinking she's cuter than Aiden. I guess that's personal opinion. Now, I'm not saying that I'm already ditching Aiden after day one for some hottie toddy that comes flaunting around the screen.
It's probably photoshopped.
No. That's what she looks like.
Yeah, in your dreams.
That's her.
In your dreams.
If I send something to get worked on, it's her working on it.
Yeah, okay.
It's not a 300-pound truck driver in New Jersey. No. She's
probably an AI.
I don't care.
It's probably weird science.
It could be.
I pulled that one out my ass right there.
You did, but would I say no to Kelly LeBrock?
Now I think you would.
Well, I don't know. Let me see her. I still may say yes. All right. So we talked about that.
She's aged.
That's the terrible picture.
She's aged. Kelly LeBrock is aged like all of us. So,
Perfectly?
Oh,
Is she now round like I am when you say get in shape? All right, that's what you're looking for the new podcast. Sorry, that was a little bumper scumper on that, but that's the one you look for. Everybody can put up the link to the new podcast. It dropped today. It did not drop Friday. People were calling me and texting me and looking for it. It's up. Aiden Stone is the savior, so go check it out. We should have just named it the Aiden Stone Podcast because without him, we wouldn't even have listened to it. Couldn't even have been out there, but he's done. All right, serious question. Are you going to pay attention to me now?
Well, fine.
There you go. That's all I want to hear is yes.
Man, when we get done here, we are going outside.
Going round.
We are
Did you hear about this guy? Look up on the monitor right there. Two-way MLB superstar Shohei Ohtani cashes in with record-breaking 10-year deal. He went from the Angels to the Dodgers.
Yeah, I got one to trump you on that.
How are you going to trump me?
I'll tell you when you're done. Finish your story.
Any sports player, is any athlete in professional sports anywhere worth $700 million?
He's probably going to pull an Oral Hershiser.
You say that with every guy who gets a big contract.
And he gets hurt. And he still collects his money.
Well, he collects the secured part. Yeah, the guarantee. But
must be nice to sit on the bench and collect the millions of dollars.
They're not trying to do it. These are competitors, man. They want to play. They want their name out. They want to be on, ice cream helmets. They want to be on the backs of Twinkie boxes. They want to be in baseball cards, man. They want to get to Cooperstown. They're not just trying to collect a paycheck and sit on Malibu staring at the sunset.
Mm-hmm. So I have a story on that one.
On this guy.
Yes. So Joe Kelly, who plays on the Dodgers, pitcher.
Yeah.
He wears the number 17.
Okay.
Ohtani comes over from the Angels. He wears the number 17. The Dodger organization called Kelly and asked him, supposedly, would you give up your number 17?
Which they don't have to do. That's been baseball that you do not have to.
It is being reported that Joe Kelly said, I would love to hand over my number. Do you think he did it like that?
He sold it. Joe Kelly? No, fuck no. He sold it because players will come to other teams in any sports franchise, football, hockey, and they say, "Look, that's my number. I'll give you $30,000. I want my number." People say, "Yeah, give me $30,000."
Oh my God, that's pocket change to that kid now.
Yeah, but $30,000 is a chunk of money. I'm just saying, he could have sold it because they do that.
Well, yeah, I understand that, but I just thought, wow, that was kind of bold to come over.
But you could have told the $700 million man, fuck you, get a new number and learn to like it.
Exactly.
Because that would have put Joe Kelly above that guy. The $700 million man comes to Los Angeles and Joe Kelly says, sorry, dude, you sit over there.
I know. And the other thing is he already has attitude. Joe Kelly does not take shit on the mound.
He does
so
not.
I was like,
He doesn't take shit from anybody.
So he's going to hand over his number 17.
He probably sold it to him for $1 million and said, we'll give you an extra $1 million if you pretend you did this nicely.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's funny.
All right, so you did have a story to go along with that. But so the answer to my question is, any athlete worth $700 million to play a game?
No.
All right.
I think we're getting out of control. I'm just being honestly, this is my opinion. I'm getting to the point where somebody's got to cap something. It's just out of control. And the worst part about it is it's the domino effect. It's going to roll down. Shit rolls downhill.
Well, yeah.
And it's going to come down to us going to a baseball game and everything's going to go higher. We're already struggling just to buy groceries and gas.
Well, I'll tell you, I remember 3 or 4 years ago, Derek Carr got the biggest contract in NFL, $125 million. And he was eclipsed that just was eclipsed the next year. I remember a big deal back in the 90s. I forget what player it was. It was Mark and Brian Radio in LA. Do you remember Mark and Brian program in 95 and some change KLOS growing up down there? And I remember listening to the radio one time. I was actually driving to Pierce College, I think it was. And on the radio, they were talking about salaries, and they asked the question, has a player reached $6 million yet? Because that would be the $6 million man. That would be the bionic man.
Yes, exactly.
And I remember back then thinking $6 million, and now we're at $700 million on a contract. Absolutely, it's absolutely incredible. Hey, if they've got the money and they're going to recover the money, as long as my hot dogs, my Dodger dogs don't go up to $85 a Dodger dog, I'm okay. As soon as they do, I'm tapping the shoulder of that dude and going, hey man, you got $700 million, pay for my hot dogs tonight. Mm-hmm. I will go down to the third base dugout with a wrap on the dugout roof and go, I'm getting shorted here. I'll let everybody know. All right, so there was that. Bum, 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 bum.
You want to take me off? I have to check on a few things.
I don't know. Do I want to take you off? Look.
Oh, wait. No.
Off.
Oh, wait, but no. Hold on.
No, hold on.
You got a message from Shannon Brigode.
Yes.
She says she gave $10 on PayPal saying, I bought my tickets today. Come hell or high water, I'll be there even if I am sleeping in my car, Shannon says.
Shannon was one of the names I was gently referring to when I said I know who's coming and I'm excited.
Well,
true story. All right, going back to me. It's all about me. So I'm going to do this real quick. This is not for a prize, but I asked my millennial daughter who this was, and she goes, why would I know the name of a cat? And this is even the most famous cat from growing up. Does everybody know? This is not just a telephone. This cat had a name. My daughter has no idea who this cat is. None at all. Anybody? Anybody? The most famous cat when I was growing up in the 70s and 80s was Morris, and he was a cat food cat. He was on cat food commercials, and he was Morris the cat. I don't even remember what cat food he was, but I remember Morris. Yeah, this is Garfield. Everybody's getting this one right, but she had no idea. I had to tell her to pack her shit and get out of my house. True story. Bum, 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 bum. All right. I erased part of this. This one bothered me for a second because I recognized this. I associated this item with my mom, but I couldn't remember what it did. I bleeped out the part that showed it used, but does anybody know what this does? I do now, but I looked at it for a few minutes going, my mom had one of these, but I didn't know what it was. And it's portable. This thing
I know what it is.
That you do is portable.
That's a really bad picture.
What do you mean it's a really bad picture?
Is this Can I say what it is?
Well, hold on. Let me see. Is there anybody? It is not a vacuum cleaner. We got it now. Just the Tiff and some others. Although Just the Tiff is answering, and she's staff. Staff's not supposed to answer, Tiff.
She's just leave her alone.
Okay, go ahead. What is it?
It is a hairdryer, but that's a really bad picture because it doesn't show the little
It had a weird cap, and the hose.
My sister had one.
Went to the cap, and your head fluffed out like this, I guess, and you could walk around with it. You could have it on your hip and plug it into a cord. It was portable. It was a portable hairdryer for something.
Yeah, it looked pretty funny when it was on.
It looks funny. It was just sitting there too. I'm just saying. All right. What was I going to do? All right. I want to know if now you know what this is because you have one, Mama X.
All right.
So I don't want you to talk. You shut your pie hole.
My pie hole is shut.
This is a rare game. Does anybody remember this game from the 80s? This was a stocking stuffer.
It's behind you.
I know, we've got one here in studio. I just want to know if you guys know that if you're a real Gen X, you know the name of it.
Jeffrey Montgomery.
There it is, Jeffrey Montgomery. Anybody on Facebook get that? Anybody on Rumble get that? Yeah, Jeffrey Montgomery, boom, out of the gate, Merlin. This had like 4 games you could play on it. This was a stocking stuffer game.
It was kind of like a Simon before Simon.
Yeah, and the best part was you could take it to school. It was handheld.
Yeah.
So you could
look like a phone.
It did. What phones turned out to be. Right.
Trippy says, I remember seeing it on the shelf. Oh, my goodness.
But Trippy didn't know what it was. That's one. I seen one back in the day. I spotted one. I saw one in real life back in the Amazon, but I didn't dare touch it.
Oh, my goodness.
All right. So I want this is not for prizes, but Gen X will know. Millennials will have no clue. This person had a first and last name. What is this person's first and last name?
That's easy.
Come
on.
You knew
Who
that.
doesn't know who that is?
Well,
if they don't know who that is, they need to leave right now.
Right now. Hang up.
Out. Goodbye.
Get on with your bad self.
That's right.
There it is. Now they're pouring in. Look,
that was the first AI, probably.
Probably.
We could probably say.
The first one in here. Look at all the people that put the name out, then you know they know.
Yeah.
They didn't look that up.
And you know what else? I think Jim Carrey swiped his little fire marshal bill from him. I'm just pulling that one out. I am Gen X.
Wow. What a nice pull. That's very similar. I never thought about that.
I think that's where he got his idea.
From the 80s to the 90s. Yeah, you know what? I gotta side with you. There may be some truth in that. I never thought of that.
I'm just saying.
Good job, Mama X. All right.
You're welcome, America and Denmark.
All right. I'm going to show you a picture. Now it's backwards. All right.
Like you.
Boy, don't make me raise up and
right
put hands
now.
on. I will put hands on you, woman.
Outside
I
right
will
now.
lay hands
Let's go.
on you. You better just call 911 right now.
You just put it up there.
It's going to be a buddy.
I swear.
All right.
You are not a broadcast professional.
I'm going to show you a T-shirt that is designed to fit something from the 70s.
Hey, Graham, Fly Girls.
And you need to tell me what the item is that the T-shirt. If you look at it and go, "Oh, that's a sprinkler." Yeah, they made a T-shirt that looks like they patterned that T-shirt after a sprinkler. Then your answer is sprinkler. What is it?
Somebody already said it because I told you messed it up.
I clicked it for half a second, man.
Tim Mitchell already said.
Get that? I put it up for like 1/10 of a second. Who? Okay, I want to know what this is after. Does anybody else know?
It must be copyrighted because look at the little circle. It doesn't say what it is. Do you see what it reads?
I don't know what does it say?
It doesn't say peachy.
What does it say?
It says TT. So it must be copyrighted.
Well, the word peachy must be copyrighted.
Right.
I don't know. I figured there wouldn't be anybody who would actually know that used to be a folder. Everyone said peachy. It was a folder.
Yeah, Jan Motz over in the UK goes, "What the heck is a peachy?"
There we go. See, Jan? Thank God you're here. This is an educational channel, if nothing else.
But wait. How many of you did cartoon drawings around the pictures?
Oh, my God.
Like, put like wordings and made them into comic books and like
coming out of the football player's ass. I had the guys running with sticks of dynamite in their hands, and the girl with the tennis. I tried to erase it to make her skirt higher.
Oh my gosh! How many people did that? Everyone did it. It was great. Everyone's was so different. We just doodled in class on top of the folder all the time.
Well,
it was
we
great.
were bored. We weren't really listening. So, okay, I'm going to put up a picture, and I blacked out the words that would give it away.
Wow, that sounds racist.
I whited out the words that would give it away.
I'm just messing with you.
I discolored the words.
That's how stupid our world
I
is.
anti-racism the picture. Okay.
So you can't say whiteout anymore?
No, you can't.
They probably can't even sell it anymore.
No, you can't. It's got to be neutral, colorless cover-up or something for ink. All right, so listen. Watch. Pay attention. I'm going to put a picture up. I'm going to look for something very specific. If you know what this is.
You're always looking for something specific.
You want me to get nasty right now? I'll get real specific.
You keep saying that, but you're all talk and no action, big boy.
Okay, that's it. I've had it up to here with you, woman. You make fun of me on the podcast, but we're in my domain, woman. We are in my domain.
Oh man.
All right, so I'm going to show you the picture. You got to tell
Hold
me.
on one second.
Oh my God.
Graham, homie the clown. Okay, go.
What about homie the clown?
He keeps coming at me with
Okay, do you and Graham need a moment? Do you need your
we
own
had
show?
it. We had it. He's trying to get me on in living color on all the stuff. The girls were named Fly Girls. It was Homie the Clown. It was Fire Marshal Bill.
Okay, can we
We're
stop
done.
now?
Okay.
Let's get back to the program here.
Yeah.
We have a regularly scheduled program going on. All right.
I know, and we got sheets that are backing up.
Well, then shut the...
Excuse me?
I was trying to say, in a nice way,
No, you weren't.
shut the fuck up. And don't start nothing, won't be nothing. All right, here we go. Tell me what these are and what they were used for. Tell me what, this is a pack. This is a real picture sold on cardboard. Buy them at the hardware store, buy them at Kmart, buy them at Sears.
Woo.
What were they and what did they do?
Love those. I had
on
one of
now.
those. I can tell you what it is.
Michael Dawson just said a word, but it didn't say, yeah. Now Houdini got a little more specific.
I even have one better. What camera did it go to?
Well,
Bitch.
there was two, but the one on the bottom, yeah. And yeah, it's that's right. They're flash bulbs for cameras.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Houdini did
said
it.
Houdini said, he's like, I got
I
you.
like mine better than your little flash cubes. Woo. Whatever.
You know what? One day when you think you're big enough to sit behind the big microphone, you let me know.
You know what I really loved was there was a place in Burbank, California that my dad used to go to with tubes.
Tube tester.
Tube tester.
Yeah.
Oh, I love doing that. My dad taught me how to do a tube tester. We
Yeah.
used to go down there and test the tubes. That was my job.
Please make no mistake, that isn't an early version of a pregnancy test where you're testing your pregnancy tube ligation. No. This was for any item, but mainly television sets that ran on tubes, vacuum tubes. Yeah, Roscoe Hardware had one, and my grandfather would take them down there, and he had a box of them, and then he would test them and throw the bad ones away and bring home the box of the good used ones.
That was great. It
Good
was
stuff
great.
there. I didn't think you guys would know that. That's pretty impressive.
They're Gen X. Why would they not know it?
Because it's a picture and you don't really have it in your hand. It's a little bit hard to see. I thought that would be a deal there.
I like this one though. This is a more modern version flash cube though, because it's a flip.
Yeah, and it's not the big square one that turn. Remember the square one,
cubes.
those cubes that turn every
It's
time
okay,
you
I
take a
got
picture?
you.
I don't need you to cover for me.
It's all right.
I got your shit down. All right.
It's okay.
Let's go between the sheets. Let's finish up this broadcast.
Oh, now you want the sheets. All right,
You know
Daniel
what?
Weiss
This is
over on
like
Facebook.
Moneyball.
I'm not listening.
When I point at you, you talk like Moneyball.
Yeah, no. You don't pay me enough for that. Daniel Weiss over on Facebook. I'm ready to see this slim version coming soon. 100 stars. Oh, I guess
shit.
they're talking about
We
you.
didn't do that. We can't leave till we do the page.
Well, I can leave.
You can't.
Joe Derrick, 700 million is bullshit for an athlete. What about the men and women protecting their country? They deserve more, not someone playing with their balls.
I don't know what's funnier, that he wrote that or he got you to read it out loud.
I don't know. Brian Ivany, member for 13 months. Thrash for Life, member for 14 months. Chipmunk says Emily Rabbit or Jane Rabbit for the $2 whore.
No.
Well,
Neither one. All right. Listen,
well, you
let's
suck.
do two things.
Not you guys.
Get that link ready for me, okay?
What
Don't do
link?
it yet. The fat guy link. Come on, man.
I'm just saying.
For
You have
those
a
of
fat
you
guy
who
link?
fucked up the $2 whore, the $2 whore was the image that looks very much like Jessica Rabbit that is found on the $2 whore t-shirts. Did you guys know you can buy a $2 whore t-shirt? They have them. You can be the $2. There's 3 or 4 different variations of them on the website. We took the picture of the girl that is the $2 whore on our t-shirts. I made her the $2 whore. And guess how many of you got it? 0. This many. Nada. Goose egg. The big whiff. You didn't get it. So don't act like you're Gen X. Don't act like you're hardcore Gen X talks and you know the history and you know the nostalgia, because you know what? You didn't even recognize a $2 whore when she was right in front of you. All right.
1 second. I'm not sure if it's up on the website.
What?
I think I took it off on rotation. I'll have to put it back up there. I'm just saying.
Well, don't I look like the horse's ass?
Yeah, well, you know what? You told me that 2 minutes before you went live that's who the $2
I just assumed
whore.
it was on there. Why would you take it off of there?
Man.
Oh
and if
my
you would
God.
like to be the $2 whore, send Trippy Pineapple a message on trippypineapple@genxtalks.com, or you can email me a picture at genxmom@genxtalks.com.
So the whole thing with me losing weight was a motivational thing that Loud One and Mrs. Fort Watton put together, and then a lot of you chimed in. This was on November 25th. We started this about, you're going to give me money to lose weight per pound, and that would get me healthy, and it was a way for me to earn money for the radio station, because that's really all I'm trying to do is get the radio station up and running. So, excuse me. So we got it going, and then I got COVID. So I hem-hawed around with what to do with about this, on how to keep you guys apprised, how to let you know what was going on. What I decided, I could have just said, well, I've lost 1 pound, I've lost 4 pounds, I've lost 7 pounds, and never tell you how big and fat I was. But I'm stepping out there. I wrote a paragraph on what my peak weight was my whole life, and I wasn't fat till about 3 years ago, believe it or not. I wasn't super fat till about three and a half years ago. That's when I got really big. True story. So I haven't been fat my whole life, not even close. And so on this website, it shows, here's what my peak weight, here's what kind of my running weight was. It was bad. Here's when you guys said, let's start the competition. And it explains we're going to weigh in 3 times a month. And it's a nice, easy way to follow it. Now, the first 20 pounds, everybody gave me money to lose the first 20 pounds. So even being generous, losing some weight, having COVID, I'm still a ways away. So everybody's commitment, everybody who says, I'll give you $1 a pound, it doesn't start until after I get rid of the first 20. So what we're looking for is people to contribute and pledge and say, okay, like a jogathon. Remember the kids ran around the neighborhood with a little pencil and paper? Sign me up for my jogathon, mister. If I run a lap, will you give me 10 cents? One of those. So what we're going to do is I'm going to give you the website. In fact, Gen X Mom, you can put the website up now.
Okay.
You probably already did, and you're just not telling me. Yep, she did. She acts like she's following my instructions. But if you click on the page, you get the idea. You can still hear me. I just filled it out today, so we're just getting going. I'm going to do my weigh-in tomorrow. And Gen X Mom's also doing measurements on me, how fat my gut is, how long my Johnson is, things that are important. And what we're going to do is keep track of those. But it's simple. The web page is really simple, the Big Fat Guy web page. I haven't fixed all the spelling errors yet, so just give me a break. I just threw it up today. But you'll be able to see very clearly what I'm doing. I think the starting weight we settled on was 430, and I'm hovering around 422, 423. So at the most, I'm like 7 or 8 pounds towards I'm not even halfway through the 20. But if everyone would email Gen X Mom or say something in here, she can write it down. She's got a list going. Everybody who's pledging per pound after the first 20, that's where I'm going to try to make the money and work really hard at it. And apparently it's going to get me healthy. And apparently you guys want me around for a long time, or at least a little longer, until Gen X Mom finds someone better than me. So I will participate. I'm going to the doctors, been doing my stuff, taking my meds, been walking. But the idea is that for me, I'm being very selfish. I want money for the radio station because it's going to cost so much to get it going and up and running, and I'm working really hard at that. And if it means I have to work really hard to earn the money through losing weight, then I'll do it. But that only works if you guys participate. If you're like, yeah, $1 a pound or 10 cents a pound, I don't care what it is. It's your hard-earned money. But if you guys donate, or you guys donate one shot, like people have said, people have sent PayPal saying, hey, here's $50 towards the weight loss. Here's $100 towards the studio. Here's, towards the radio station. I get it. If you don't want to do the jogathon part, don't. That's fine. Every bit helps, believe me. I would encourage you to cash in your aluminum cans. I would encourage you to go through your sofa cushions and gather your change. Why? Because every little bit helps. It's a big project, and we're working really hard at it. So you guys now have the link to the page. You guys can see what's on the page. You can monitor it. This is sponsored by Loud One and Loud Trouble LLC. Right behind him is Mrs. 4 Watt and pushing things along like she's supposed to. And then, of course, all of you. And it's not for free. I'm going to have to earn it. So my big, fat, natural white ass is going to have to start doing something to burn the calories and cut out the fast food. And since I'm officially starting tomorrow, I think I'm going to order some fast food tonight because nobody goes to rehab sober. So that's the truth of the matter. All right, one more is coming across here. What's my screen in yellow say?
It's from Brian Ivany, $10. Here is for the radio station. I mean, losing weight is great, but I am behind the radio station.
There's the man with the right priorities.
And then the last comment of the night, Ryan Yates over on Facebook. Do you guys ever just do a question and answer chat?
Sometimes we do. Like we had a couple open line Fridays.
Yeah.
Even though they weren't Fridays, where we just go through the chat and I just read what's in the chat, or my wife reads what's in the chat. We just comment. And sometimes we do that where we just open it up to you guys, and whatever you guys want to talk about, we're in. Just have a drink and turn the lights down low, get some music in the background, and see what happens.
All right. Well, I have a couple more real quick, and
Go
then
ahead.
we can end the stream here.
I will pour a drink.
Scott Royston gifted 5 memberships. DCB fan, Neil Bender, AJ Wells, Wookie Wook, and Christine. And Justin Bennett gave $10 for the projected first 10 pounds from COVID.
There we go. That's what he's saying.
We are done, ladies and gentlemen, in the sheets. Oh, we are going to close that out.
All right. So listen, I want you guys to realize that December is going to be a fun month for us doing stuff. January is exciting because we're trying to launch the radio station, get it running in January. The big 3rd anniversary in Vegas is in January. But after that, if everything goes as planned, the interviews that we have set up for in-studio interviews, you guys have been catching those. We've done 5. We've published 5.
Can you take me off the screen? I love you.
Well, then why don't you say goodbye?
Bye, everyone. I will catch you next week. See you later. Have a good week. Be good to yourself.
Thank you for not stealing my line. I thought you were going to steal my line. All right. So what I'm trying to say is, we've done 5. We posted 5 interviews. We've recorded 8. And we've got a bunch of people lined up to come in studio. The interviews are going to be a big part of the radio station, along with all the music, along with all the live streams, along with the stuff you guys have been waiting for. And I really think between the car shows we're going to, Vegas, we're going to make an appearance in Reno, and we've got some other stuff lined out, this next year could be a breakout year for Gen X Talks. It really could be something where we just light things on fire. And how proud will I be to know you guys that were here in the beginning, that you guys can say, hey, we were here before they blew up. We were here before, they got national recognition. Because if we somehow can find a way to have Generation X voice and opinions and common sense, not be squashed, but be out there where they can't shut us up, conservative leaning values where they can't shut us up, that's what I'm calling a breakout year. If we can get to that point. Right now, we're under the thumb of Facebook, under the thumb of YouTube. If we say something off kilter, we're pulled. You know how that happens. We get strikes. But if we can have a breakout year, and this year, with all of you guys behind us, I think we can do it. We got the staff in the right places. Everybody's doing what they're supposed to. We're picking up one more staff person to fill a hole. But other than that, we're right where we need to be. Everything's getting right on track where it's rolling along. Things are being produced and put out there in a timely manner, on time. We're getting it. We're trying to get it done by the end of the year. We want a well-oiled machine that gives you guys great content, and then we want to race off into the future. But I really am excited about having you guys there. And guess what? In 2 years from now, how great would it be to all be sitting around a campfire going, we were all here since the beginning. and they can't shut us up anymore. We get to say what we want. We get to speak the truth. I'm excited about it. I really am. I wake up every day and run right down to the studio and think, what can I get done today? I'm just old and fat and tired, so I don't get as much done as I used to. But getting back in shape is going to help that. Thank you, guys. This drink is for you guys, the Bottom of the Glass Nation. This is for everyone who has a big red 1 next to their name. This is for all the staff and mods who pour their hearts into this thing unselfishly. Thank you, guys. If you guys want to do something good, thank a mod. Let's drink one together right now before we close things out.
People are going over to Discord.
Oh, I might get to go over to Discord. I might go to Discord for you guys. But listen, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you guys for wasting an hour and a half with Gen X Talks. You don't have to give us your time, and you do. I'm selfish. I enjoy it. I get way more out of this than I could ever give back to you, although I'm trying. Thank you guys once again, wherever you're listening from around the planet, AM, FM, Sirius XM, or perhaps on the Armed Service Radio Network. Remember 2 things. Wherever you go, there you are. And I'll catch you guys on the flip side. My man. That's right. I said it. I'm done. Where's my fucking button, goddammit? Where's the goddamn button?